Hey YouTube, Scott Stevens here. How you doing today? Welcome to another edition of WWE 2K22 Universe. This is episode number 60 of Universe Mode, and today we have the first ever WWF show here in Universe. It is Championship Wrestling from Madison Square Garden, and as you would expect, we have a fantastic card lined up for you here today. But before I get into what that fantastic card is, got a couple of things to tell you about. First of all, you can take a look at the calendar there, and you can see I did do the work last night that I said I was going to, and I was up way too late to get it done, believe me. Way too late. So you can see the calendar. We now have WWF action on Wednesday nights. That's going to be Championship Wrestling from Madison Square Garden, and Saturday night's main event has been added. WCW's Saturday night has been dropped. Let's see. We added King of the Ring coming up at the end of this week so that we have our WWF pay-per-view as well. That one, it'll still be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. We don't have any build-up to it like we do for the Super Brawl coming up. Speaking of Super Brawl, we have some of those matches already set. For Super Brawl, the East-West Connection will defend the World Tag Team Championships against the Red Army. Seth Rollins will challenge Mil Mascaras for the WCW Championship. X-Pac, Rey Mysterio, and Yokozuna do not have opponents as of this moment at Super Brawl. That'll change. That'll change over the next week or so. Let's see. I have a poll up to see what will be the main event at King of the Ring. The main event is going to be a King of the Ring. We're going to do like an 8-man Royal Rumble or something like that for the main event. But the main event, title-wise, the poll is up. It is a last man standing match, a tables match, or a false count anywhere. You can get your votes in on that poll. And while you're on the channel, make sure you click the join button at the top of the channel to get all of the information you need on becoming a member of Scott Stevens Gaming. Members get videos long before everybody else sees them publicly, and they get to take part in members-only polls and polls that will dictate the gameplay. Pretty soon, all decisions that have to do with gameplay, like what the main event will be, opponents, different things like that, will be done only by members. So I'll be making that switch over eventually, so make sure you become a member today. Let's see, next live stream will be Monday, 6:30 p.m. Thunder. It'll be WCW's Thunder. Heading out of town for the weekend, so no stream on Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday off this week. I have a couple of appearances coming up. April 14th in Oldsmar, Florida. The FWE is putting on a benefit wrestling show for the Moffitt Cancer Society in Tampa, Florida. The Florida Heavyweight Championship will be on the line in the main event that afternoon. I will be taking part in the meet and greet before the show. That's going to be a lot of fun. Also have June 15th, another signing, big signing, / question and answer session workshop afterward in Clearwater, Florida, 4 to 6 p.m. That one, Joseph's Tea Shop. Tickets are on sale on my website, my Facebook, and my Twitter. Tickets are needed for that event. That is not a walk-up event. Tickets have to be purchased in advance so they know how much food and everything else to prepare. Also, don't forget, within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have merchandise for the Tall and Twisters, my fictional baseball team in my thriller novel, Twister Town. Those are going to be available for purchase shortly. All right, so you see the calendar. Let's take a look at the action. And we have all 4 WWF titles on the line here today because I didn't want to just throw a championship on a guy. Since we just created the WWF, I wanted to make them earn it. So we'll have the first title matches in the WWF here today. So here's a look at the card. We have Hulk Hogan starting things off against the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. We have the Macho Man, Randy Savage, squaring off against Cactus Jack. Andre the Giant goes up against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Mr. T is here. He'll be battling Rick the Model Martel. And then the title matches start. The Wild Samoans are the tag team champions. They will have to defend against the Soul Patrol. Junkyard Dog has been given the United States Championship. He will have to defend against Pedro Morales. Greg the Hammer Valentine has been given the Intercontinental Championship. He will have to defend against Tito Santana. And Bob Backlund has been given the WWF World Heavyweight Championship, and he will have to defend against Superstar Billy Graham. Hey there, Godspeed. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're doing well today. So those are your title matches. Like I said, I didn't want to just throw a championship on somebody and make them the champion. But you have, when you create the show, you have to make somebody the champion. So all champions will have to defend today to solidify their championship. I was going to show you something else. Oh, I wanted to show you the split that I did. Not too bad, Godspeed. Not too bad. Thank you for asking. There are currently 71 people in WCW now, way down from the 154 it was at, and the 164 it started at. So 71 in WCW and 88 in World Wrestling Federation. So I did split it up pretty good. The problem we have is a lot of WWF guys are champions right now in WCW, so we're still going to have some things to do, some things to change over roster-wise over the next several weeks. So that'll be just something that unfolds as they go along. I'm not going to take the titles off of anybody in WCW. When somebody loses a title, if they're WWF people, then they will be WWF bound. All right. I did forget to tell you that today's preview is brought to you by the WWE Shop. Use the link in the description below to get all of your favorite WWE gear and memorabilia. Free shipping right now on all orders over $24. Use the link in the description below. That is the WWE Shop. All right. Roman Reigns is in the WWF. Godspeed, he is. I'm not going to go through every single guy who's where. That'll take too long. That's stupid. We'll see, everybody. Basically, if they were in WWF, they're in WWF. Roman is in there for until he loses whatever. He's on the roster, though, for WWF. All right, let's start the show. And then we will start the action live from Madison Square Garden. It is Championship Wrestling from the World Wrestling Federation. Roman Reigns is on the WWF roster. He is not on the card, though, for today. He'll appear at some point. With only 80 guys, there will be a much fresher rotation than we've seen in the past. Welcome to Madison Square Garden, World Wrestling Federation's Championship Wrestling.
Sold out and fired up crowd. The WWE Universe is in fine form here tonight.
They know they're about to witness something special, Michael. So are we. And I, for one, cannot wait.
I was up way too late last night getting all this stuff set up. Way to the point where I was actually I was falling asleep. All right. First match of the evening. Let's take a look quickly at the card one more time. Ted DiBiase against Hulk Hogan. Macho Man against Cactus Jack. Andre the Giant takes on Ricky Steamboat. Mr. T against Rick Martel. For the Tag Team Championship, we have the Samoans and the Soul Patrol. For the U.S. title, we have Pedro Morales and the Junkyard Dog. Greg Valentine and Tito Santana battle for the Intercontinental Championship. And for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship, Superstar Billy Graham and Bob Backlund. But you have to throw the title on somebody in order to create the show. So, but they have to defend it in order to solidify it. So we're going to start things off today. Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, taking on Hulk Hogan to get things started here in Madison Square Garden. folks in Madison Square Garden used to love the Hulkster. We'll see how they come out here this afternoon. Godspeed says Ted DiBiase is going to get the win. I'm going to go along with that and make Ted my pick for victory. What do you guys think? Let's send it down to ringside here at Madison Square Garden.
DiBiase told me himself at the country club, we do not want to miss this one. How'd you get an invite to the country club?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 260 pounds, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
I wish Ted DiBiase would let me hold that $1 Million title.
No
Saxton,
chance.
you are literally the reason that DiBiase has 24-hour security watching over the $1 Million title. I won't do anything wrong.
You steal titles.
No, he doesn't have the WWF. I didn't assign it.
I just don't hope we have to see Ted DiBiase putting money.
The $1 Million belt. I didn't assign it to him.
That's disgusting. What are you?
I emptied it because I was doing something else at one point a long time ago, and
I think the company refers to
somebody came out wearing it or something, so I don't have anybody assigned to it. We got 4 champions. The U.S. title, the Intercontinental, the Heavyweight, and the Tag Teams. The 5th one really is a little overkill. And here comes his opponent making his first appearance for World Wrestling Federation.
Hulkamania is about to run wild.
Well, I'm glad I didn't assign it to him.
The Immortal.
And his opponent from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 302 pounds, Hulk Hogan.
Solid match to get things started here at the Garden. Hulk Hogan and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. You know Hogan has his sights on that World Championship. We'll have to see how things shape up here. He'll definitely need a win here over DiBiase if he plans to move up the rankings. Hulkster was giving some of the WWF officials backstage a hard time, saying he's not an opening match type of guy.
Don't you know, Corey?
And we told him you're either the opening match or you're no match. It's amazing how quickly he turned around and went back to his dressing room.
What you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you? That's pretty good, right?
No, terrible. At least you and Hogan have the same hairline.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to mention that, too. I forgot to mention that. It has been confirmed Team Builder will be in EA Sports College Football 25. That is huge news. That is awesome news. So you're going to be able to build your school. I don't know if you're going to be able to build your stadium or not, but you're going to be able to build your school if you want to. Name your team and all that stuff, so that's going to be cool. I'll be taking on the Miami Hurricanes in Dynasty mode right off the bat. So I won't be doing the Team Builder right away. I'll be working Dynasty mode right from the get-go first. But I'm definitely going to check out every single mode before we get started in the Dynasty mode. So I'll be looking through the entire game when it comes out before I get started in Dynasty mode for sure. But that's really cool news because I remember I built some pretty cool schools back in the day when the Create a School or Team Builder, whatever you want to call it, was in the game. So it's very nice that it's going to be here as well because you'll be able to throw in those FCS teams that are not in yet. They'll be in eventually, but you want to make Yale, you want to make Dartmouth, you want to make Harvard, whatever FCS schools you want, you'll be able to do so. So that is very cool. Into the ring, we got Hulk Hogan and the $1 Million Man doing battle here at Madison Square Garden. Hulkster with a diving elbow across the chest. I wish I could find a Madison Square Garden logo. I'd put it in the center of the ring, in the middle of the ring apron, but I can't download anything because they shut the servers off. Thanks, 2K. game's 2 years old and they shut the servers off. So I cannot upload, download anything. I'll have to dig through deep and see if I can find a Madison Square Garden logo there. I might have downloaded one that I don't realize that I did. If I do, I'll put it in the middle of the ring, in the ring apron, the ring mat. That'll be kind of cool. But I don't think I do. I'll have to double check and see. But solid, just for that extra added visual. Solid match here to start things off. Hulk Hogan goes for the cover, and Ted DiBiase kicks out. I tell you, I was up late doing this shit last night. I was falling asleep. I actually did fall asleep twice. Twice in my recliner when I was working on stuff. Boot to the face. DiBiase's down. Scoop slam by the Hulkster off the rope. Leg drop. Missed the mark. DiBiase rolled out of the way of the leg drop. That was the end for him, and he knew it. Now the $1 Million Man with a fist drop to the forehead of the fallen Hulkster. DiBiase dancing around. Was going for the Cobra Clutch. Hogan knew it. He's been in that before. He did not want to be in it again. Slipped out the back door. And he's just going to go for the win. And he got him. Wow, Hogan decided it was time to try a pinfall, and he decided right. He gets a 3 count on the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, for the first win here in World Wrestling Federation.
No other way to put it, guys. That was kind of a butt kicking.
No, it wasn't. That was kind of an even match. DiBiase didn't do that bad.
Control of the situation.
He has nothing to be ashamed about. But Hulk Hogan gets the win. First match here in World Wrestling Federation. I'm looking at the seats. Trying to see the seats. I put the WWF logo on the seats. On the backs of the seats, but I haven't seen any yet. That looked kind of cool. I just found that yesterday. I never knew you could do that. But I haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, you can see it. Off to the right there, the people are standing up. You can see the seats behind them. Little WWF logo on the top of the, there you go, on the back cushions. That's cool. Hulk Hogan gets the victory over the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, to open up the World Wrestling Federation here at Madison Square Garden. Anytime you're ready, Hulk. We got other matches to get to. You're not the main event tonight. These people want to see more action. 3 stars is your official match rating. Hulk Hogan with the opening victory here over the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Another big fan favorite here, about to step through the curtain here at the Garden. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, and he's got a tough battle ahead of him, squaring off against Cactus Jack. I'm going with the Macho Man as my pick for victory. Let me know what you guys think. Godspeed says Cactus Jack is going to get the win. Let's send it down to ringside here at the Garden and get your introductions. Macho Man and Cactus Jack.
Oh, one of my favorite superstars of all time. Let me hear him. Oh, yeah.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 239 pounds, Macho Man Randy Savage.
One of the all-time greats, truly a once-in-a-lifetime talent.
The Macho Man, Randy Savage. Incredible superstar, Hall of Famer, legend.
That's right. There's only one Macho Man, Randy Savage.
And tonight he's going to be a Cactus Killer.
Of unrivaled intensity.
Matched up against Cactus Jack.
Randy Savage, as intense as he is charismatic.
Should be a good match.
The madman from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, has arrived.
And his opponent from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds, Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack has proven on multiple occasions he will go to any lengths to win a match.
Yeah, you don't win or lose against Cactus Jack. You simply do your best to just try to survive.
Cactus Jack will not stop fighting.
No, this Cactus Jack is in the game. He was a DLC, Godspeed. Later on, probably about 3-4 months after the release. He was one of the last DLCs they did for this game. Oh yeah, Randy's in the game. I didn't download him, no. Kind of shitty job they did on him, huh? Considering when you look at The Rock and Goldberg, they look at this, not very good. Even Cactus Jack, I mean, that's what one of the many things I don't like about this game. The Rock and Goldberg can look so realistic, and then you got these two guys who look like cartoons. And Ric Flair looks terrible in this game. There's no excuse for it. Knee to the forehead from the Macho Man on Cactus Jack. Macho's going to head up to the top rope.
Desperate attempt here to get back on his feet.
Cactus Jack trying to get to his feet. Macho Man with a double axe handle to the top of the head. Cactus Jack is down. Macho with a left-handed jab, right hand to the body. And an eye rake. Macho Man not one to stay within the rules if he can get away with it. Boots to the midsection. Both men out on the Madison Square Garden floor. One of the things that made Madison Square Garden unique was the very, very small distance between the ring and the front row. Where that middle piece of tape is down the mat there is where the railing used to be. There was so little room between the ring and the front row at Madison Square Garden. It was always very interesting when the guys went outside the ring because there was not a lot of room out there at all. If you look at any old Madison Square Garden matches, you'll see just how difficult it was to maneuver out there. And how close the fans were.
Gets inside the ring.
I used to get front row all the time at the Garden when I was a kid. Scoop slam coming up by the Macho Man on Cactus Jack.
Moving like a man possessed, like a man on top of his game. He may get the
Macho's going to try for the pin. I don't think he's going to get him. Still early in the match. Wow, 2.5. Cactus kicked out kind of slowly there. Macho Man can't believe it. Savage thought he had him there. So he takes out his frustration on Cactus Jack's face, slamming it down into the canvas. Macho Man on the top rope. He's got elbow across the chest in mind. Flying elbow hits the mark. He hooks the leg. And no, Cactus Jack kicks out just before the count of 3. Macho Man giving the referee some counting lessons. Jumping knee to the face of a fallen Cactus Jack as Macho continues to pour on the punishment. There's a punch right to the forehead from the Macho Man. Savage Irish whips Cactus hard into the corner, follows him in there. He's up on the second rope. Solid right hand to the face. He's got more coming. Cactus took a couple of them and pushed him off. He said that was enough.
Bad predicament right here. Getting tossed around.
Cactus Jack trying to turn the tide here.
measured up nicely.
Big fist drop to the Macho Man's forehead. Jack hitting up to the top rope. Superfly crushes him. He hooks the leg. Cactus goes for the win. The Macho Man kicks out at the count of 1. But he nailed that Superfly. Solid right hand to the solid side of the head. Macho Man reeling right now as Cactus Jack flailing away in a right hand to the middle of his face. Drops Macho. Hammy stomp continuing the assault. Nut splitter by Cactus Jack. Followed by a boot to the face. Macho Man's in a lot of trouble here. Another hammy stomp from Cactus. Nice reversal there by the Macho Man to stop the assault, and he's letting his frustrations out on Cactus Jack's face. Solid right hands to the nose. There's 4 or 5 more. Maybe even more than that. Macho's going to go for the pin. 1 count only. Cactus Jack kicks out. Macho playing it up for the crowds. Opening that Cactus Jack was looking for. Face plant hard into the canvas. Cactus has the leg hooked, and wow, he got the victory. Cactus Jack got the 3 count on the Macho Man, and he grabs the win. Huge mistake there by the Macho Man. Here is your winner, Cactus Jack. Macho Man turned his back on his opponent, was looking out at the crowd. Cactus Jack took advantage of the opening, got the victory. Macho Man says, "Congratulations, sir. Nice move. You deserve the win. I fucked up." That was indeed a good match. Macho and Cactus shake hands. Macho knows he fucked up. Elizabeth waiting backstage. She's going to give him a piece of her mind. She knows he fucked up. Official match rating is 3 stars. Pretty solid match. Cactus Jack gets the win over the Macho Man after Randy made a huge mistake. A cardinal mistake that a veteran should not make within the squared circle. All right, next up we got Andre the Giant making his Madison Square Garden debut along with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. This should be interesting. I'm going to go with Andre. You never bet against Andre the Giant. That's going to be my pick for victory here. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to come out on top? Godspeed says Andre the Giant as well. I love Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, but he's got the odds stacked against him here tonight. Here today, going up against the 8th wonder of the world. Let's send it down to ringside.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Making his way to the ring from Honolulu, Hawaii, weighing in at 230 pounds, Ricky the Dragon
Steamboat.
I don't always agree with it, but this superstar isn't afraid to come out here and take things by force.
Oh, you hypocrite. I'll just wait until another superstar, one you don't like, Saxton, decides to come out.
Yes, he did, Godspeed. Andre loved to drink anything he could get his hands on. And he was a big card player, yep, in the locker room. He loved to drink, period.
Andre the Giant, the true meaning of a larger-than-life superstar.
And his opponent from Grenoble, France, weighing in at 520 pounds, the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant!
Andre the Giant, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Of a 15-year undefeated streak in WWE. That is truly
That's about as
unheard of.
accurate and truthful as Goldberg's streak.
Serving as a blemish on the record of Andre the Giant at all.
The thing I always wonder about Andre the Giant, and it's well documented, you know, how much he loved to drink and how much he had to drink in order to get drunk. The thing that I always wondered is how much money he spent on the liquor, because the huge amounts that he's been known to drink were not cheap, even by the standards back in the day. It was still expensive. Standing shooting star there by Ricky Steamboat twice on the Fallen Giant. He's off to a pretty good start. He has Andre exactly where you want him, on his back. But the Giant with a nice reversal there. And he's back on his feet. And he throws that big knee right into the midsection of the Dragon. Trying to choke him out from behind here. Referees in the WWF enforce as much as the WCW referees do. Pretty much nothing. Steamboat's almost passed out. Big overhand right to the head. Andre the Giant has Ricky up, and it's a toss suplex followed by a knee to the face, and Andre the Giant feeling pretty good about the way the match stands at this point. Fans not agreeing with him, though. Boot to the midsection. Andre with a knee lift, and Ricky goes flat back.
It's always amazing to watch Andre the Giant.
Yeah, no kidding, Godspeed. I mean, he must have spent half of his weekly money on booze. He's got a surfboard locked in on Ricky Steamboat. Those are some big knees to be bent the wrong way across. Ricky tries to fight his way out, and he does. But that hurts. Andre held it long enough. Nice kick to the head there. Judo kick by Ricky Steamboat, but it did not slow Andre down at all. Andre's going to go for the cover. He takes a kick from Ricky Steamboat and then goes for the for the pin and almost gets him. Andre giving the referee lessons on counting to 3. Yeah, the beer, the amount of beer, he used to drink several cases of beer. Yeah, I mean, he spent some serious money on alcohol. Overhand chop blocked by Ricky Steamboat. Nicely done. Couple of judo kicks to the leg. One to the nuts and a DDT. Ricky Steamboat goes for the pin. Only a 1 count. Andre stunned, but only for the count of 1. Ricky feeling good about the recent turn of events. So much so he decided to celebrate with that stupid move there. I don't know what it was. Wasn't even close to Andre. That boot hit him in the face, though. And there's a headbutt by Andre the Giant. Oh, there's a bonsai drop right across the chest. Ricky might be done. Andre thinks he is. He's got the leg hooked, and the victory secured. Andre the Giant with a bonsai drop. Just moments ago, Ricky Steamboat was feeling confident. Not anymore. Here's your winner, Andre the Giant. Andre can take anything you've got to give and turn it right back around on you in a heartbeat. And Ricky said, that's cool. Please don't hurt me anymore. You beat me fair and square. Let's be friends. You got me on TikTok? All right, I'll see you there. Andre the Giant with the victory over Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Here tonight, successful Madison Square Garden debut for the Giant. Official match rating 2 stars. Match could have been better, but we've seen worse. Cannot forget that. We have seen a lot worse. Ricky put up a good fight. I mean, he was in it. But Andre just has so much power behind his moves. It only takes 1 or 2, and you are done. Here comes the 4th match of the evening here at Madison Square Garden. Rick the Model Martel. And we're going to get our first look at Mr. T in the game. We have not seen him in action yet. I don't have any confidence in him anyway. He's not a wrestler. I'm going to go with Rick the Model Martel as my pick for victory here in WWF's Championship Wrestling here today. What do you guys think? Let me know. Yeah, pretty much. Godspeed. Yep. It's a squash match set up for Rick Martel. We'll see. Godspeed's going to pick Mr. T to get the victory. He's going out on a limb here. He's got the big money down.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Making his way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Weighing in at 264 pounds, Rick
Rick the Model Martel. Longtime AWA World Heavyweight Champion. Facing off against Mr. T here at Madison Square Garden, and I'm almost positive that we've not seen Mr. T in action yet, so this will be our first look at him. Not somebody I ever pick for matches, so we'll get our first look at T here today. Before he gets his ass kicked by Rick Martel.
Some fool's about to get a clubbing.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 225 pounds, Mr. T.
If you have a problem and no one else can help, if you can find him, maybe, just maybe, you can compete against Mr. T.
You pity any fool who opposes this man.
Mr. T pities you, Saxton. He didn't tell me that. I just know it.
I want to know why it's Mr. T. How come it's not Mr. P? Or Mr. D? Or Mr. R? Rick Martel and Mr. T in action here at Madison Square Garden on Championship Wrestling. Here we go. There's the bell. We're underway. Mr. T's in shape, but he is not a wrestler, so Rick Martel should have a fairly easy time with him here this afternoon. Martel's going to go right to the shenanigans. Why not? Trying to choke the actor out. WWF official there told him he had to stop. That's something we don't see very often. A referee enforcing the no choking policy. See how long that lasts. Martel with the arm wringer takedown. Leg drop to the elbow. Mr. T is off to a pretty slow start here against the model. Martel again. Rick Martel, solid right hands to the side of Mr. T's head. Not many people get in close to hit Mr. T that many times on the side of the head. Martel climbs up to the top rope. Diving elbow right across the throat, and Mr. T is in a world of trouble early in the bout. Martel with the cover and a 2 count. Mr. T kicked out. Knee drop right to the forehead, and Mr. T's been busted open. Rick Martel pummeling Mr. T. Big cut on the bridge of his nose or just above his eye there.
That is just insulting.
Martel slams his head into the canvas and goes right back to the pounding on the side of the head. He is just having his way with Mr. T. T with the reversal, though, and he's going to throw some punches back of his own.
Hey, you're absolutely right, Cole.
Martel stunned. He didn't see that coming. Clubber Lang. Stomping away on Martel. He's feeling good. Walked right into a right hand from the model. Back rake. Martel flailing away and missing. Mr. T takes advantage of the opening. He's got Martel high above his head there. Walking over to the ropes, and he's going to toss Martel over the ropes out onto the Madison Square Garden floor. What a lack of respect for the professional wrestler from the actor. And Mr. T, that second fist drop right into the concrete floor of the Garden. Martel got out of the way, and he's got T up. Suplex, vertical suplex out on the floor here.
Under the ropes now.
They never had mats at Madison Square Garden either. I got to work on that, see if I can make that look like a concrete floor out there. Maybe I can. Martel slamming Mr. T's head into the floor outside of the ring. And once again, pounding away on the side of the head. Mr. T's got to have a concussion by this point, just from Martel's fists. Rick heads back into the ring. Ref's count is at 4. Mr. T, a little bit dazed. Martel right back out there. And Mr. T was waiting for him. Knee right to the face. And a bloody Mr. T starting to work over Martel. What's he going to do with him? Nice suplex out on the floor. Last several minutes of this bout have been out on the floor here at Madison Square Garden. Mr. T slamming Martel into the wooden stairs. Get a good way to get a splinter or two along with a broken rib or two. Mr. T slamming his head. Mr. T slamming Martel's face into the concrete floor. We're playing the Jets tonight, Godspeed. Tyler Toffoli makes his reappearance at the Rock tonight with the Jets. Watch him get a hat trick. Wow, Mr. T with a big right hand to Martel's face. Overhand right. Martel taking more punishment than he expected here. Mr. T goes for the cover, and it's a 2 count. The model kicks out. Martel expected a squash match here, and Mr. T's fighting back. Yeah, Jake Allen is going to play in net again tonight, as he should. But Tyler Toffoli, man, I hope he doesn't hurt us. We need every win we can get at this point. We're in a lot of trouble. 6 points back with 13 games to go. That's 26 points left on the schedule, and we're 6 points behind. We got to win. We got to sweep this homestand. We got to win all 3 games. Rick Martel's got the legs in the air. He's looking to flip Mr. T over, and he's got a Boston Crab locked in. He's got it locked in tight. Not as tight as it could be, though. Mr. T's up on his elbow. That's alleviating some of the pain, but not all of it. Martel couldn't get it locked in the way he wanted to, so he let it go. Now he's going to try and parlay that into a victory, and Mr. T gets the shoulder up at the count of 2. Rick Martel is stunned. He cannot believe that Mr. T is hanging tough with him. Martel, spine buster, perfectly executed. Mr. T seeing stars right now. Martel's got the legs in the air, and he's going to try that Boston Crab once again. And this time he's got it locked in the way it should be. All the way down, clinching hard, and that's it. Mr. T taps out. Rick Martel got it locked in good. And once he did, Mr. T was not going to escape, and he knew it. He cried like a baby and tapped out, giving Martel the victory. Rick the Model Martel gets Mr. T to tap out. He quit, and Martel gets the victory here at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, definitely have to stay out of the penalty box, no question about that. And we need the power play to work when we get them. But man, I just got a feeling Toffoli, he's going to hurt us tonight. Rick Martel gets the win. 2.5 stars is your official match rating. He gets the win over Mr. T. He made him tap out, although Mr. T hung tough. Much tougher than Martel expected coming into the bout. All right, that brings us to the halfway point here at Madison Square Garden. Let's take a look at how we got here. Things got started with Hulk Hogan grabbing a victory over the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Cactus Jack got a win over the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Andre the Giant, pretty definitive victory over Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And Rick Martel victorious over Mr. T. Now the championship matches start. The Wild Samoans and the Soul Patrol for the WWF World Tag Team Championship. Pedro Morales and Junkyard Dog for the United States Championship. Tito Santana and Greg the Hammer Valentine battle for the Intercontinental Championship. And Superstar Billy Graham and Bob Backlund battle for the World Heavyweight Championship, the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. Tonight's second half of action is brought. Use the link in the description and NCAA apparel and memorabilia. All right, let's start the second half of action. Tag team titles on the line. The Samoans are holding the title right now, but this match is for the titles. You had to assign the titles to someone. So they're going to walk out with the belts, but they are not officially the champions. Nobody is until they win their matches here today. So WWF World Tag Team Championship on the line, looking to crown the first one. So Wild Samoans against the Soul Patrol. Godspeed says the Wild Samoans are going to get the win. I'm going to go along with that pick. The Wild Samoans are just a perfectly matched team. They're a well-oiled machine. And I believe that they will solidify their holding of the WWF Tag Team Championship here this afternoon. The Soul Patrol, though, don't count them out. They're better individually than they are as a tag team in this game here, so we'll see how it turns out. But the tag team title's on the line. Here we go.
Here comes trouble.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Wrestling World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 571 pounds, the Tough Guys.
The Soul Patrol, Rocky Johnson and Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
Heading into this match, you're likely to see a new champ crowned here tonight.
Well, we're going into the match like the title is vacant. So we're going to see a new champ crown.
And here they come.
And introducing the champions at a combined weight of 668 pounds. They are the World Wrestling World Tag Team Champions, the Wild Samoans.
I wish they would put the word Federation in the game.
Titles are on the line, but you can bet they come into this match more than prepared.
That bugs me when they say it like that, but I understand why it's not in the game. The Wild Samoans and the Soul Patrol here at Madison Square Garden. WWF World Tag Team Championship is on the line. And it promises to be an entertaining match. Here's a look at the Soul Patrol, Tony Atlas and Rocky Johnson. And the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika.
To keep their titles here tonight. The time to execute.
Oh, really? That's cool, Godspeed.
Now.
That's cool. I didn't know that. That's cool. So you can actually get them to say World Wrestling Federation instead of just World Wrestling. I could change it to World Wrestling Association, but it just doesn't sound right. I think it's better just World Wrestling than World Wrestling Association.
Nice monkey flip.
I guess so, but if it said World Wrestling Association World Tag Team Champions, World Wrestling Association, I guess, maybe that would be alright. World Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. I just don't like the way they say the word world twice so close together there. So maybe I should change it. Maybe I should fix that to the World Wrestling Association.
Coursing through his veins. So much damage inflicted.
The champ taking their share of
It would only be when they talk about it, when they speak it. World Wrestling Association. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Here's Tony Atlas. He's got Sika high above his head. Vertical suplex coming.
I think you're right.
Sika comes crashing down hard.
Reaches his partner for the tag.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll change it to World Wrestling Association. At least it'll sound a little bit better on the announcements.
And here we go.
Rocky Johnson with a forearm to Sika. He's not the legal man in the ring anymore. Alpha with an Irish whip on Rocky into the corner, following him up with a kick. And I think, here we go, running Bulldog. Alpha
This crowd is truly unworthy of his
scraping Rocky's face across the canvas.
Going
Going right after the neck.
Neck breaker by Alpha. He gets over and makes the tag. Here comes Sika. Rocky Johnson waiting for him. The Soul Man takes a knife edge chop and a snap mare and a knee right in the middle of the back. Uppercut forearm by Rocky Johnson. He's got a punch he was known for. He sparred with Muhammad Ali on more than one occasion. Rocky Johnson had a solid punch. Now he's going to go for the cover. He's got a pin on Alpha, and Sika comes in. I'm sorry, that was Sika. Alpha came in to make the save, and he gave a roundhouse kick to Tony Atlas, and Rocky Johnson scoop slams Alpha almost on top of Tony Atlas. Sika came up behind Rocky. Look at that power slam. Rocky never saw it coming. Sika really slammed him into the canvas hard there. Drops his knee across the elbow. Looking to crown the first ever World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions here. The Wild Samoans against the Soul Patrol. Here comes Sika. Up on the top rope. Diving elbow missed the mark. Rocky moved out of the way. It did. Rocky sidestepped it. Soul Man has Sika up. Scoop, slam, suplex there. Almost a toss suplex on Sika.
Yeah, this is exactly why constant
Fireman's carry by Rocky Johnson. He's going to go for the win now. Wow, he almost got him. I thought it was over. Sika got a shoulder up just before the count of 3. Soul Patrol were almost the tag team champions. Knife edge chop by Rocky's spinning forearm. Sika's down once again. Soul Man gets over and makes the tag. Here comes Mr. USA. Sika's still down, staring up at the lights here at the Garden. Tony Atlas slamming his head into the canvas. Ice Hurricanrana by Sika. Tony Atlas didn't see it coming. Walked right into it. Sika's going to go for the pin. He's got the leg hooked, and it's a 2 count. Mr. USA kicks out hard. Sika makes the tag now. Here comes Alpha Samoan. Tony Atlas just getting to his feet. Oh, what a face breaker by Alpha, and a nut splitter. He is really brutalizing Tony Atlas over the last minute.
Damage to the hamstrings.
Alpha's going to drop in a knee onto that elbow. Tony Atlas' elbow hurting, knee hurting. Springboard moonsault off the top rope. Alpha executed it perfectly. He's going to go for the cover, and he gets a 2 count. Rocky Johnson came in to make the save. Alpha hit the Soul Man with a Hurricanrana. He's now out of the ring on the floor here at Madison Square Garden. He's hurt. Tony Atlas uses the opening to turn things around on Alpha. Tosses him into the ropes. Clothesline. Alpha's down. That big muscular arm by Tony Atlas almost decapitated Alpha. Atlas has him up, flips him over, inverted slam. He's going to go for the win. Tony Atlas has the leg hooked. Wow, almost a 3 count. Alpha kicked out just in the nick of time. Tony Atlas, end of days. Alpha's been busted open. Tony's going to go for the win. Titles on the line, and he got him. Tony Atlas gets a pinfall on Alpha Samoan, and the Soul Patrol are your WWF World Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, the Tough Guys.
What a shift into the tides with this championship.
They are the first WWF World Tag Team Champions, the Soul Patrol. Tony Atlas, end of days, got a pinfall on Alpha Samoan. And the Soul Patrol are the champions. Mr. USA and the Soul Man, the Soul Patrol. 3.5 stars is your official match rating. The Soul Patrol are the first WWF World Tag Team Champions, with a victory over the Wild Samoans. All right, so the first title match is in the books. Oh, you missed it, Godspeed. They got the victory. Rocky and Tony got the win. All right, next up we got Pedro Morales taking on Junkyard Dog for the vacant United States Championship. I love that belt. I made that. I love that. This match will crown the first WWF United States Champion, Pedro Morales, against the Junkyard Dog. Godspeed says JYD is going to get the victory. I'm going to go with Pedro Morales on this one. I think he's going to get the win. What do you guys think? Thank you, Godspeed. It was pretty cool. Somebody made the basic design of it, and I downloaded it and trimmed it up and made it for WWF. It looks really nice. I love the way it came out. All right, Pedro Morales and Junkyard Dog for the vacant WWF United States Championship. Coming up next.
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Wrestling United States Championship.
Yeah, I think if he says World Wrestling Association, it'll be just as good. I think it'll sound better. I'll have to change those. Pedro Morales, longtime fan favorite at the Garden.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, the championship is on the line here tonight.
And in looking at the opposition, I can say that the champion will have quite the hill to climb in this one.
Yeah, I'm not good at it either, Godspeed. It's very, very difficult for me to do. That's why I do it very rarely. For some reason, I just cannot grasp the controls. It took me a very long time to do that one. It's the best one I've ever done. There's the Junkyard Dog. The title is vacant. They just had to give somebody the belt to carry it out of the ring. Junkyard Dog said, I'll do it.
When you're the champ, you don't have to worry about winning. You just have to make sure you don't lose.
Yeah.
That is the champion's advantage.
The champ certainly has his hands full here tonight, but he looks more than ready.
The Junkyard Dog and Pedro Morales for the vacant United States Championship here in the World Wrestling Federation, looking to crown the first U.S. title holder here tonight. Fans love the JYD, and they love Pedro Morales as well. Should be an entertaining bout.
Introducing the challenger from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 240 pounds, Pedro Morales.
Pedro Morales.
And introducing the champion from New York, weighing in at 278 pounds. He is the World Wrestling United States Champion, Junkyard Dog.
The JYD. We will crown the first United States Heavyweight Championship right here this afternoon. Yeah, you have to add the belts to the shows after you create the shows. There's a good look at the United States Championship. One of these two guys will be wearing the belt officially at the conclusion of this match. Pedro Morales off to the first start, the first offensive start. He's got JYD high above his head looking for that extended vertical suplex. And there it is. all night long. Every time I hear that, I think of The Big Bang Theory when Howard Wolowitz said that at the Physics Bowl. All night long, y'all. That was funny as hell. Super fly by Pedro Morales off the top rope.
He's turning the tables.
That guy was answering the question, the janitor. Sheldon, what are you doing? He says, answering question, winning Physics Bowl. That was a good episode. Pedro Morales, back body drop by JYD over the top rope out onto the floor. Yeah, we do too, Godspeed. We watch it just about every night. Hammy stomp there by JYD. Again on Pedro Morales. Again. JYD looking to make sure Pedro can't walk. Can't win the title if you can't stand up. Junkyard Dog. Another hammy stomp. He is just terrorizing Pedro Morales at this point. Solid right hand. And there's a knee. Pedro gets him off of him for the moment. Climbs back in the ring at the count of 5. He's down on his knees posing, but reality is he's down on his knees because he can't stand up. JYD really working on those hamstrings on Pedro Morales, and now Morales has the dog and a backbreaker. Stomping on the shoulder. Splash! Hit the mark. Those hurt. Pedro Morales lifting JYD to his feet. Junkyard Dog's a much bigger man in this matchup. He's got Pedro up on his shoulders, brings him over to the corner, and drops him snake eyes. Boot to the middle.
And stomping away in the corner. Just ruthless.
What do you mean, what show without Penny? We've seen every episode. JYD's got that claw hold locked in on the trapezius area. Pedro able to get out. What's he gonna do? Abdominal stomp by Morales. Yeah, we've seen all of them, Godspeed. I don't know right off the top of my head which one you're talking about, but I'm sure we did. We've seen the entire series like twice. Maybe even 3 times. Pedro Morales goes for the cover. He's got that leg hooked. And it's a 2 count. Yeah, we love that show. That's one of the shows that we watch religiously. The Office, Seinfeld, and Big Bang Theory.
He knew that was coming.
Oh, then yeah, I'm sure we saw it. Episode 1, the pilot, yeah. Or episode 1, yeah, we've seen it.
His eyes are fixated. He's looking to end this. From way up.
Pedro Morales double axe handle to the top of the head. Junkyard Dog is down. Pedro looking to secure that belt. 2 count. Junkyard Dog fighting to stay alive. Pedro Morales trying to wear that strap for the first time. He's got a hammerlock. And look at this suplex on the hammerlock. Nasty move there by Pedro Morales. He's got the legs in the air again. Lots of legs in the air here today. And he's going to roll them over. Boston Crab. Pedro Morales' finishing move. He's got it locked in. Junkyard Dog bending the wrong way. Pedro really has it cinched in. JYD forced him to release it with the strength in his legs, but he's in trouble. Pedro goes for the pinfall. And he got him! Pedro Morales is the first WWF United States Champion. He gets the pinfall on the JYD.
Here is your winner and new World Wrestling United States Champion, Pedro Morales.
Pedro Morales secures the WWF United States Championship. First man to wear the strap. 2.5 stars, your official match rating. It was indeed a good match. So far we've crowned the Soul Patrol and Pedro Morales as 2 of the 4 champions here in the World Wrestling Federation. 2 more title matches coming up, and they'll be just as good. The Intercontinental Championship is next. It is Greg the Hammer Valentine squaring off against Tito Santana. Here at the Garden, I'm going to go with Greg the Hammer Valentine. He is the one who will bring the belt to the ring, looking to solidify the championship. Greg the Hammer Valentine is my pick for victory here. What do you guys think? Let me know who is going to walk away as the first World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Championship. Godspeed says Tito's going to get it. I haven't talked to Tito in quite a while. I say Greg the Hammer Valentine is going to get the victory. Let's send it down to ringside. This one should be a good one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Wrestling Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, World Wrestling Association Intercontinental Champion. That would sound better. There's Tito. Don't call me Chico. I'll tell you one thing about Tito Santana, man. He is an outstanding human being. He will talk to fans wherever he is. Anywhere he is, if he runs into a fan, he has time to talk to him. One of the, I don't want to say few guys, but he is one of the ones who truly appreciate the fans.
And in looking at the opposition, I can say that the champion will have quite the hill to climb in this one.
And he talks to fans all the time on Facebook as well. If you send him a friend request, he's more than happy to accept it. And if you talk to him in Messenger, he talks to fans all the time in Messenger. And just a really good guy. He's on Cameo, too. He's always advertising his Cameo. So if you want a cameo from Tito Santana, you can go there and look him up. He does them all the time, and he does them fairly quickly, from what I understand.
We are about to see,
and he loves doing it.
Good.
But he's looking to become the first WWF Intercontinental Champion here tonight. And here comes Greg the Hammer Valentine, the man they deemed to bring the belt to the ring. He is not the champion yet. The winner of this bout will walk out of the ring with that yellow strap around their waist.
Here we go,
Some of the fans here booing the Hammer.
And I'll tell you, Cole, the champion has never looked more dominant than right here, right now. As far as title defenses go, this is about as big as it gets. He needs to be on his game tonight.
Greg the Hammer Valentine and Tito Santana for the WWF Intercontinental Championship. Sellout crowd here at Madison Square Garden.
Introducing the challenger from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 247 pounds, Tito Santana.
Big fan favorite here at the Garden.
And introducing the champion from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 253 pounds. He is the World Wrestling Intercontinental Champion, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Not a fan favorite here in the Garden. He doesn't care.
Competitors in the back dream for a shot at this title.
Yeah, I'm playing a little bit Godspeed. Not a lot, maybe an hour a day. I played a little bit of franchise this morning, but I'm getting further and further away from it. I had an hour to kill this morning, so I did some franchise. But now that everything is finished, I've completed all the collections. there's really nothing left to do except, you know, play the game.
Nice escape.
But that's the drawback, you know, the way they have it set up where you're actually playing for a purpose. Once you reach the purpose, there's no incentive to play anymore.
What a forearm.
Sent crashing to the floor. He's heading to the floor. And look at this now. Bad intentions coming with this hold.
This won't win the match, but it's one way to inflict a great deal of punishment on an opponent.
It's a roundabout strategy, but it might work.
Uh-oh. Oh, shoulder.
Tito Santana comes down hard on Greg Valentine's elbow there. Yeah, I wish that you could make the area outside the ring smaller. You could better replicate Madison Square Garden.
Take a picture while you can, everyone.
That would be really cool if you could do that, but not an option. The Hammer tosses Tito back into the ring. Follows him in there at the count of 7. High up above, drops the knee right on the rib cage of the fallen Tito. Now some cranium busters, slamming his head in the middle of the ring. Nice drop toe hold by Greg the Hammer Valentine. Valentine has a very solid technical wrestling background. Not a lot of people realize that because he likes to break the rules all the time. Tito slams his head into the top turnbuckle.
Going right after the left arm. Gotta hurt.
Uh-oh. Face first. Going up to the top. What are we going to see here?
Dragon Sleeper. Tito Santana trying to put Valentine out. He's going to go for the cover and the strap, and it's only a 1 count. Tito Santana kicks out. I'm sorry, Greg Valentine kicked out quickly. Rolling snapmare by Tito Santana. Fans loving him here in the Garden. And a reversal by Greg Valentine. A lot of people say that Ted DiBiase was the best villain of all time, and I agree. He's definitely up there, but Greg Valentine was definitely up near the top of that list as well. Slamming Tito's knee hard into the canvas. The Hammer moving him away from the ropes. Is he going to go for the pin? No, he's going to stomp on him.
Wind up elbow drop.
Right to the back of the neck.
Yeah, Roddy Piper for sure, yep. Roddy Piper's near the top of that list as well, yep. Wow, that was almost a championship pin there. Greg the Hammer Valentine, 2 3/4 on Tito. Santana kicked out very slowly there. He may be in trouble. Nice reversal there by Tito. He's got the Hammer down, stepping through. What's he going to do? He's got a surfboard face plant on the way. Valentine pleading with him not to do it as his face slams into the canvas. I can't remember what Tito Santana's finishing move was. Figure 4, maybe? No, that was Valentine's move. Tito goes for the pin, and it's a 2 count.
How in the world did he kick out?
Yeah, I can't remember. Boston Crab? No, that was Pedro Morales. I don't remember what Tito's finishing move was. Stomp on the shoulder. And he's stepping through again. He's going for the sharpshooter. That wasn't it. That wasn't even invented yet. But he's got the sharpshooter locked in on Greg the Hammer Valentine. He's got it locked in good. Valentine can't reach the rope. You can hear him screaming in pain. Look at Tito trying to cinch down on it while Valentine tries to use the muscles in his legs to get him off, and he does. But he held it for a long time. And now drop kick right to the face, and Valentine's out on the floor here at the Garden. Valentine with a gut buster on Tito Santana as they do battle out in front of the commentary table here at the Garden. He's got that submission hold locked in outside the ring. Knee in the small of the back. He's got the fingers gripped under Tito's chin, bending Santana the wrong way. And Tito slips out, but he was in the hold for quite a long time. Suplex there on Valentine. Ref's count is at 6. Tito flails away and misses. Valentine sold it anyway, though, when he's up against the railing. Tito's back in the ring at the count of 7. And Valentine back in at the count of 8. Into the waiting arms of Tito Santana. Snap suplex by Santana. Neck breaker by Tito. He can feel it. Valentine's getting close to being done. Knee to the midsection. Flipped him head over heels. Rolling snapmare. Valentine's in trouble. Tito's really laying it on him. And once again, he's going to go for that sharpshooter. Locked in, really cinching it back now. Tito Santana. Valentine's got to quit, and he does. Greg the Hammer Valentine quits. Tito Santana is your WWF Intercontinental Champion. Sorry.
Corey, I think that may be the biggest win of that young man's
Here is your winner and new Intercontinental Champion, Tito Santana. And that's bullshit. Greg Valentine wouldn't be shaking his hand and lifting his arm up if he lost the title to him. I'm calling bullshit on that. Thanks for giving him the belt, fellas. Thanks, 2K. Love that. Tito Santana is the first WWF Intercontinental Champion. 3 stars is your official match rating. And so far, the 3 men who have brought the title to the ring have not left the ring with the title. That could pose a big problem for Bob Backlund as he carries the WWF Championship into the ring momentarily here at the Garden. WWF World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Bob Backlund against superstar Billy Graham. My pick is Bob Backlund. I'm going with Bob to win the title. What do you guys think? It should be a good one. It is the main event here at Madison Square Garden on Championship Wrestling from the World Wrestling Federation. Godspeed says superstar Billy Graham is going to walk out of the arena with the gold. Let's send it down to ringside. This one is one of the reasons everybody came here tonight. Definitely a main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship.
Here we go, guys.
So far, all 3 men who brought the belt to the ring have not kept it. We'll see if that changes here on the main event. WWF World Heavyweight Championship on the line here. First title holder to be decided. Superstar Billy Graham and Bob Backlund live in front of a sellout crowd at Madison Square Garden. Fans don't really know what to make of Mr. Graham.
It's a big-time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line here.
You're right, Michael. And judging from the response on social media heading into this match, we're likely to see
There you can see the WWF logos on the chairs, the backs of the chairs. That looks cool. It's a nice touch. Had the game for 2 years and didn't know you could do that.
He has poured blood.
All the arenas I made, I never noticed that option.
Now he needs to close the deal and become champion.
The WWF will be represented by one of these 2 men. Yeah, that was embarrassing, Godspeed. Yeah, they lost to Diesel. Talk about disrespect by the WWF. There's Mr. Backlund, the one they chose to bring the World Championship out to the ring. Hopefully he'll walk away with it.
I love him.
I love him too.
It seems like everybody's ready to write the champ's demise, but not me.
The champ has never looked more focused, laser focused on the task at hand.
Bob's a straight up old school guy. He comes to the ring with no fanfare. him and his title. Hopefully he'll leave the ring the same way. Fans heavily anticipating this one here at the Garden.
Introducing the challenger from Scottsdale, Arizona, weighing in at 304 pounds, Superstar Billy Graham.
He's a worthy champion, if it turns out that way.
From Hartford, Connecticut, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the World Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Bob Backlund.
Fans here at the Garden loving them some Bob Backlund.
This is a
Heavy fan favorite he was.
up for grabs.
And this is what it's all about. The top man in the World Wrestling Federation will be decided here this afternoon. And there's the bell. We are underway. And Superstar Billy Graham going right to work. Inverted suplex on Backlund, and that had to hurt. Not a strong start for Backlund. Billy Graham now with a backbreaker. And he's going to throw some serious left hands right to the middle of the face of Backlund. And an arm breaker. Billy Graham off to a good start. And here's Backlund. Rolls things over and throws a couple of right forearms. And drops a knee right across the knee. Another one on the ankle. Working on the legs of the Superstar Billy Graham. Of course, Bob Backlund's finishing move was the cross-face chicken wing. DDT right there. Superstar Graham's finishing move was that bear hug. 2 count there.
Surprisingly close to a pinfall there. Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Roman and Ryan. I'm sure they'll get together, Godspeed. With so many fewer guys on the roster, we'll have much more of a rotation on the roster. Backlund hits the Superfly from the top rope, follows it up with an Andre the Giant patented elbow right across the chest, and now he's going to choke out Superstar. Ref not doing anything about it, so he went to the WCW School of Refereeing. Another patented elbow drop to the chest. Andre's going to be proud. Backlund 2 in a row now. And choking out Superstar again. He said, why not? No one's going to do anything about it. I'll keep doing it. Backlund choking out the Superstar. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I hope we stand up to the challenge. It's a good team. Solid team. Backlund's gonna go for the cover. He's got the leg hooked. Superstar Billy Graham kicks out at the count of 2. Backlund gets him up, sends him right back down, steps through. He's looking for the surfboard. Face plants. Superstar Billy Graham's face crashes into the dirty canvas. Backlund lining him up. He thinks he has him ready to go. Overhand right. Shot to the lower back. Backlund's trying to lock it in. Cross-face chicken wing. There it is. Superstar Billy Graham's far enough away from the ropes. He's not going to be able to reach. Maybe he's a little bit closer, but he tapped. Superstar Billy Graham tapped, and Bob Backlund is the first WWF World Heavyweight Champion, getting Superstar Billy Graham to tap out via the cross-face chicken wing.
Here is your winner, and still World Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund gets Superstar Billy Graham to tap out using the cross-face chicken wing. Godspeed said he tapped like a bitch. That was the worst match of the evening. 1.5 stars, lackluster at best. Bob Backlund doesn't care. He leaves the building with the championship. he brought in. So he is the first WWF World Heavyweight Champion. We now have all of our champions in place here in the World Wrestling Federation. Let's take a look at how we got here. Great night of action. Championship Wrestling from Madison Square Garden. The WWF's debut show. Solid card. Hulk Hogan got us started with a good win over the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Cactus Jack with kind of a surprise victory over the Macho Man, Randy Savage. They might be heading toward a feud. Andre the Giant with a decisive win over Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. They may be headed toward a feud. Rick Martel had a much harder time than he expected with Mr. T, but he got the win in the end. The Soul Patrol, Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas won the WWF World Tag Team Championship over the Samoans, the Wild Samoans. Pedro Morales won the WWF United States Championship over the Junkyard Dog. Tito Santana won the Intercontinental Championship over Greg the Hammer Valentine. Potential rivalry there. That would be good to watch. And Bob Backlund got Superstar Billy Graham to tap. And Bob is crowned the first WWF World Heavyweight Champion. Today's recap brought to you by Godlike Hosting, premium game hosting service offering servers in Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto, and 28 other games. They bring you high performance, minimal ping, and improved protection. Use the link in the description below and get a free trial at Godlike Hosting premium game hosting services. All right, so Bob Backlund wins the WWF Championship. Solid card of action. No question about that for the first WWF show. So now we shall bump the calendar up to Thursday Thunder, WCW's Thunder. Don't forget, next live stream won't be until Monday night. We're heading down to Naples very early tomorrow morning for an art show this weekend, and the weather is supposed to be absolutely shit. Thunderstorms, heavy rain, 3 to 4 inches of rain. Not looking forward to it at all, because usually when the weather sucks, the show sucks too. So we shall see how that plays out. All right, let's see. Look like we had some news to report here. We do, probably something to do with the titles. And okay, well, we had 4 people win championships. The Soul Patrol won the WWF Tag Team Championship. Pedro Morales won the United States Championship. Tito Santana won the Intercontinental title, and Bob Backlund won the World Heavyweight title. All right, so let's take a look at the card for the next live stream on Thunder. You're getting snow. Well, you know what? I think I'd rather have snow than the rain and shit that we're going to be dealing with. I wish it could snow and be like 70 degrees. That would be cool. I'd like snow a lot more if that was possible. All right, so Thunder, we have, let's see, Kane squaring off against Lex Luger. Justin Michaels, my buddy, will be going up against Bob Roop. Owen Hart, I kept him in WCW because we were kind of low on guys. He'll be taking on Sting. Eddie Guerrero battles Harley Race. The Big Show, I left him there as well. He'll be squaring off against Ox Baker. Hayabusa will take on Vader. I left Vader in WCW as well. X-Pac, the Hardcore Champion, will be taking on Bob Cook in a non-title match. That could become a title match at Super Brawl if the Cooker can get the victory. And the main event, look at this, that's a good one. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, will be taking on Goldberg in the main event on Thunder. So that will be pretty cool. So we're going to start seeing a better rotation among all of the rosters now that we've split everything up and there's fewer guys in each organization. So that's going to be cool. And then after Thunder, we got Saturday night's main event and then the first WWF pay-per-view event, King of the Ring. Make sure you see the poll on my channel here to pick what type of match should be the main event at King of the Ring. The main event is going to be a Royal Rumble battle royal, something to get King of the Ring. But the semi-main event is going to be for a title, and you get to choose what type of match that's going to be, either a last man standing, tables, or falls count anywhere. Make sure you check that poll out. Today's action brought to you by the WWE Shop, Godlike Hosting, and Fanatics. Make sure that you use the links in the descriptions below to get great deals on all of those websites. Let's see, I'll be back Monday, 6:30. Make sure you click the join button to get all the information on becoming a member of Scott Stevens Gaming. Lots of perks that come along with that. Don't forget, I have a book signing April 14th at the FWE Benefit Wrestling Show, and June 15th at Joseph's Tea Shop. That is a Q&A. Tickets on sale for that on my website, Twitter, and Facebook. Tickets on sale for the FWE show. Information is available on my Facebook page for that. We have some of the matches set for Super Brawl. The Red Army takes on the East-West Connection for the Tag Team Championships. Seth Rollins challenges Mil Mascaras for the WCW title. X-Pac, Rey Mysterio, and Yokozuna do not have challenges yet. The WWF pay-per-view, well, that's still shaking out. We don't know who's going to be taking on who in that pay-per-view at King of the Ring. I'm sure it's going to play itself out over the next, what do we have? We have a Saturday night's main event, and then, so we should get some rematches on that. That should be pretty cool. All right, so that's going to do it for me. If you saw anything you like, make sure you drop a like down below. I do appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's a good time to do that. Smash that subscribe button. Once you do that, make sure that you hit the bell icon next to it to turn on all of your notifications. You don't want to miss out on anything. I put up fresh content every single day. I go live 5 times a week. And I hope that everybody enjoyed this card here today. I did. That was a lot of fun. It's nice to have the WWF stuff in there. So have a fantastic weekend. I will be back Monday at 6:30 with WCW's Thunder. We hope to have a good weekend, too. You guys stay safe. Have a good weekend. Thanks for joining. I'll see you on Monday.